Hello, good morning. I want to spend a few minutes just going over your graphing report directions, instructions, and the rubric because your graphing report is a large final project for Math 101, and I want to make sure that we kind of cover all the details and we don't miss anything. So in week 6, you'll see a link for graphing report directions and rubric. Go ahead and click on that, and that will open up the necessary information that you're going to need for this project. Okay, so here are the directions in the rubric, and the first thing you can notice is that this assessment is worth 10% of your grade. So it's really important that you complete this to the best of your ability, and that you kind of know in advance what we are looking for. So at the end of week 6, we're looking for a rough draft. We will provide feedback to you. After you've reviewed the feedback, then you will turn in a final draft along with the reflection questions that you will see at the end. At the end of week 7, you'll turn in your final draft and your reflections. When you are starting this document, you need to consider that it's going to be one document. It's going to be one Word document. You will take any Excel graphs and tables that you have created, you will copy them and paste them into this Word document. So you will not be turning in individual Excel files. You will not be turning in individual Word document files. It's going to be one final Word document. On every page, you will start a new part. First, you'll start with the title page, and I should have just I'll put this down here. Start with the title page. Make sure that you are correctly including the report title, your name, the college name. Include page numbers in your header. You need to have correct margins and the 12-point Times New Roman font. So that's just kind of your basic formatting. And then after you've started the title page, you want to label each page. Part 1, go to the next page, put a title. Part 2, go to the next page, put a title. Part 3, go to the next page, and put a title. Part 4, summary and reflection. So you will have 4 pages. If you go over pages, that's fine. Just be sure that you're starting each page, you're starting each part on a new page so that it's nice and organized. Part 1 is going to be a page demonstrating a column, bar, double bar chart and table. Part 2 will be demonstrating a pie chart and table. Part 3 will be demonstrating a line chart and table, and Part 4 will be answering these 3 questions at the bottom. I'm going to scroll through quickly. There are 4 options that you can consider. You do not do all 4 options. You will either pick option 1, which is the criminal justice option. There are 3 tasks for it. You will either pick option 2, business, and there are 3 tasks for that one. Or you will pick option 3, which is another business option, and there are 3 tasks for that one. Or you will pick option 4, which is the medical option. So when you are doing your final project, pick one of these options. Don't pick all of them. All right, now, once you've picked the option, notice that there are 3 tasks within the option, and those are the 3 tasks that will be given a complete new page in your project. So option 1, I'll just go through it quickly. There's a criminal justice option. For this option, again, there are 3 tasks. Your first task is to create a column, clustered bar, graph. When you do that, you're going to take your values from the table above to create you're going to create a table in Microsoft Excel. You're going to, from that, you're going to extrapolate and create a column graph. When you do that, then you're going to edit your graph to have an appropriate title, appropriate labels, an appropriate legend. And then you're going to edit it further so that each column needs to have a data label at the top. After you've finished that task, you'll copy it and paste it in your document. Take it from you'll take it from Excel, you'll copy and paste it into your Word document. Then under that graph and table, you are going to answer the question. So you'll answer it in a complete sentence, and that will be the end of task 1. You'll go to the next page that is titled task 2. And on a new page in your Word document, not a new document, just a new page, you're going to you're going to make sure that you're going to do task 2. In Excel, you're going to create a pie chart. And using your pie chart, you are going to edit it in Excel, having the appropriate title and the appropriate percentages labeled and the appropriate legend. And once that's complete, you'll copy it back into your Word project. And it's now on a separate page, and using that pie chart data, be sure you're using the pie chart data. You're going to answer the question here in complete sentences. And then you have a third task. You're going to take the data provided in a chart, in the table below. You're going to create a line graph using this data, and you're going to do it in Excel. You're going to copy it from Excel, and you're going to, first, before you copy it, how about you make sure that all of your appropriate labels have been created, your appropriate title has been created, and there does not need to be a legend for this one here. So just kind of notice the bullet points that are expected. But once you've created that line graph and it's edited appropriately in Excel, copy it and put it in your Word project document on a separate page at the bottom there for task number 3. Copy it in, and then you will answer the question underneath in a complete sentence, and then that will signify that you've finished all 3 tasks from your option. Every single option has 3 tasks, and that's what we're looking for. Read through the expectations on how you should be editing your graph, because that's another thing we're going to be looking for. And then finally, at the bottom, write your reflection and summary using 200 to 300 words addressing these questions. It's really important to reflect, what did I just do? Why is this learning important? And how can I use this in my future? Lastly, before you turn your project in, at the very bottom, you are going to see a rubric. This is the exact rubric we're going to be using when grading your assignment. Check it out. Make sure that you've answered everything correctly. Make sure that you've edited your graphs correctly. And be sure that you've taken the time to complete your project to the very, very best of your ability. We really look forward to these final capstones to your learning, and we're just so proud of what you've learned, and we just really look forward to seeing the creativity that you can add to this final project well done. Okay, everybody. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to send those on in. We are here to help you through.